So here we are at our VBS info counter. We put this up every year right in our foyer, and it's kind of our hub. We use it a lot, and it's got all kinds of things for people to sign up. Wait, let's start again. So here we are at our VBS info counter. This is kind of our hub of VBS. We put it up in our foyer every year. It's got all kinds of sign-up sheets and child registrations and just anything you might need. You can get information here. That's why it's called the info counter.
Yes, and we keep it in our main foyer right outside of our worship center, so because we want everybody in our church to be a part of VBS, and so it's all right here. And as you take a look at our counter, you're going to notice that if you happen to catch my video on classroom decorations and meeting room decorations, that a lot of the things that we decorated this counter with are exactly the same that we use for our meetings. We like to have decorations that are multi-use so that we put effort into one thing but use it in a lot of different places.
Right.
So, some things that are different from our meeting decorations. Up here we have our large Incredible Race banner so that anytime you walk into the building you know what's going on. The logo's up here ready to go. Down here on the countertops, like we said, this is our place where people are going to drop things off and pick things up. So we have our prayer packets that we talked about in some of the other videos. These are some of our most important things. We want our people praying, okay? We also have the opportunity for people to bring in snack items, and these are some sheets that we use where we keep half and they keep half after they sign up for what snack to bring in. We keep half knowing who's supposed to be bringing it. They keep half as a reminder to actually bring that in. You'll see our decorations are what we had on top of the tables. These are some of our animal pals that you can get on your digital downloads and print, and cut those out, and we've added these to those balloon weights. I showed you before on the centerpieces, if you checked out that decorations video, that we used suitcases and sometimes picnic baskets. Here's an example of one of our suitcases that we stuffed full of all those things in the video that you can talk about. And here's a little tip on those. I'm going to step around back here. How do you keep the suitcase open? Well, we just took a block of wood, wrapped it in a map, and stick it underneath that lid to hold that lid up. Little tip, makes it look really nice. We did that on the baskets as well. The ones that don't stay open on their own, we put those up there. If you check out here, we got our light towers. Here's a taller version of what I showed you in another video. Check out that light tower video if you want to know how to make those. These aren't on right now, but we can light them up anytime we want. And I wanted to highlight a few other things that we have up here in our ceiling. You're going to recognize some of these decorations again from our other video, but right here, these little triangle maps is something that we made ourselves. So what we did is just grab a map, we downloaded it, and we took different sections of that map, and on 11 by 17 cardstock, we printed it double-sided, okay? And then cut these out with scissors so that we have these triangles. And so if you look at all of these, each one's a little different section of the world, whether it's North America, South America, Central America, Russia, it's all on there. And we actually made this garland by simply punching a hole in each corner and looping them together with a black zip tie. And so, you know, you can buy those plain flags that are just have a color fabric or color plastic on them, but we wanted map ones, so we made these ourselves out of cardstock, a little bit of printer, and a bunch of zip ties. So those are VBS staples. You got to have all those things.
And they wouldn't even have to be back to back. I mean, you don't have to do them double-sided. You could even just glue them together if it's hard for you to print double-sided stuff. That's another way you could do it.
Absolutely.
Of course, we've got we made kind of a wrap around here on our counter itself. And this was actually something cool that we made, huh, Mr. Matt?
Yes, we have a large format printer here, and so we actually printed a high resolution map on regular paper that we just wrapped our counter. Our counter is basically some metal shelving that you can get at the hardware store, and we're only using the bottom half of each section, and then just some wood tops that we repaint from year to year to go with the theme.
We use this same counter every single year. We just wrap it differently. And then we also made, you always need pens on an info counter, so we made these little things. These are just, I think this is what the pens came in actually.
Yeah.
But we just added some of these little things that are going to be in the digital resources and put the pens in there. We always like to have lots of colorful pens. We also bought a few little trays, because there's always things that people are bringing back, forms and stuff like that. So we just took trays and just stuck some, once again, maps and also some of these things from the digital resources. We just glued them on there, super, super easy. So you can see we've just got all kinds of stuff. But what's really cool about this is we first made this stuff, as we said, for the kickoff meeting, which we have way months ago. And then we just move it around from meeting to meeting to meeting. So then it went over here, it went for the master teacher meeting, it goes for the all volunteer meeting, just every meeting you have. You can just take one thing, a couple things, whatever you need, and you just got it all. And then VBS week, we use it too.
Yes, use it around the building. Maybe it's at your welcome counter for when guests are coming in, or a registration area. Just think, hey, you put the time and effort into this, might as well get as much mileage out of it as you can. And
Mileage?
So, mileage, get it?
I get
I didn't even know I did that.
Pretty
So,
good.
but anyway, so make your counter great, make it attractive. You want to have your people coming in and knowing, hey, I'm interested in volunteering. I want to donate something. I have a question. How do I get my kids signed up? Whatever you use it for, make it prominent so the whole church can get involved.